Hello again, it's Gerry Prince from Prince Innovation. Just doing another series on winter camping. We're out in Elkwater, Cypress Hills this time. Got a group of young men ages 11 to 18, 17, and we're sleeping in Quincy's. My Quincy partner has abandoned me, so I have this nice big Quincy all to myself. A little more space than I would have made if I was just going to make it for one. But should be fun anyway. It's a beautiful day outside. It's only going to be about minus 10 tonight, so it's pretty pleasant. Just wanted to show you something. I've had the candle lantern going here. So you can see the survival stand here, the back flat reflector, and then this is a Cabela's version of the Yuko candle lantern. It's been going in here for a little while, and just want to show you what happens. As it warms up a little bit, you can see there's a little bit of snow on my sleep mat here, a little bit of snow on my bivy sack here, and that just as it warms up, it kind of sheds a little, and as you sleep you kind of get sometimes a little cold sprinkle on your nose or something like that. It's kind of fun. Anyway, brush it off before it melts, of course, and then it won't get wet. One of the nice things about a candle lantern is it provides nice heat, but also provides nice light. So we get to do a little bit of nighttime reading before I go to bed, and there's nothing nicer than reading by candlelight. It's just lots of reflected light inside the Quincy here, so it's nice and bright. And if you get a little freaked out in the night in a Quincy, if you get a little claustrophobic, sometimes waking up in a strange place, and just a little bit of light makes it so that you can open your eyes and remember where you are. You don't have to panic because it's cold and dark, and try and find your way out. Anyway, I'm going to read for a bit and then I'm going to turn in. Have a good night. So here we are. Again, it's morning. Beautiful night. You can see we're carving the Quincy in the nighttime. You see we've got some sticks poked through for depth gauges. So those are our depth gauges in various places. Another one down on the end here. If you're carving in the daytime, you can see the translucence through the roof and through the sides, and that's your best guide. You can see we got a little bit thin over there. I didn't go through, thankfully, but so that'll hold. We may have to reinforce that today. But beautiful night. Our lantern is still burning over here. There's our lantern still going. It's just about done. It's, you can see if you look through the window there, that's almost all spring there, which means it's right up to the very top. Just about burned out, but lasted the entire night without any problem. And very comfortable in here. You can see a little bit of condensation on the walls there from breathing, and it's nice and soft, so it's about 0 degrees in here. Anyway, nice night. The lantern, I turned it off, let it cool down. That glass does get a little hot if you grab the glass, and if you move it when the wax is still wet, then you get wax all over the outside, or the inside. So you want to let it cool down a little minute before you have to move it. This is my setup, so you can see I've got a nice thick foam air mattress. So it's the inflatable foam mattresses. This is the Speedlight, Lightspeed. This is the Lightspeed inflatable mattress. It's got foam inside it, so you get the insulation with the foam, plus you get the air insulation, and of course the cushioning. Then I've got a bivy sack outside that, so that's what this green thing is. So it's waterproof, breathable, fully waterproof, which you really need. If you don't have a bivy sack, then you're going to need a tarp underneath you, something to keep you from melting into the snow if you've got a snow base, and something you can hopefully fold over top so that you get a little bit of sift off of the roof, or if you bump it, then you got something waterproof on top, or at least make sure you brush it off quick. Inside, and we've got a nice bag. We've got a nice Marmot. It's a really good winter bag. It's a mummy style bag. We've got an inflatable pillow there, and that's about it. With that, you're just comfortable wherever you go. This is a nice, comfortable way. I don't know if you can hear the difference between inside and out, but it is absolutely silent in here. It's so nice you can barely hear the wind or the weather. And if you're around where there's other sources of noise, it's a very peaceful sleep. Anyway, get out and enjoy your Prince Innovation survival stand and your candle lantern. They're awesome and really make it even that much more comfortable inside here. Just up for our second day. We had some company last night. Just wanted to show you one more thing. Where the lantern sits there, you can see up above there that it kind of melts into the snow. It will melt all the way through. It was a little bit away from the wall, but if you have it right up against the wall, it'll melt a hole up there. It makes its own little chimney. If you got enough air gap at your entryway that was a little more closed with the pack in the way there, then you get plenty of air, so you don't have to worry about that. If not, you can actually make a little hole there to just give it a little bit of air as well. This is the outside view of the Quincy. So nice pile of snow and hollowed out very nicely inside. Very stable, beautiful, warm. You can hear outside the wind's blowing today. Got a Chinook blowing, so it's warmed things up nice and toasty. So outside, even this morning, it's only about -3, -5. So we are having some nice weather here. So just a couple other tips. We're all packed up, ready to go here. If you're in the backcountry, nice idea to leave your shelter for somebody else if they might need it. So a good idea to just cover in the opening, just put a little bit of snow in front. You can leave a little gap so they can see where the opening is, just so it doesn't drift in and get all snowed in inside there. It keeps it nice and clean inside if somebody else wanted to use it. The other thing, in this case, they've asked us, we're on private property, and they've asked us to take these down. So we're going to take this down, and so taking it down, you can often see, examine your Quincy building technique and see how thin you got in the wall in some places and how thick you left it in other places. Just for next time, then you get an idea of what kind of construction techniques and how close you can shave your walls and that kind of thing. Anyway, so I'm just going to do that, and I'll show you here in just a second. Well, you can see I put my shovel through here. We've got, a good 25 centimeters, a good foot of snow there. This is just right at the entryway. So that's about right. That's kind of the thickness that you want to have. You can see some of the chunks I knocked out there again just at the entryway here. Nice consistent thickness through there. So that's nice. A little thicker on this side, which is just fine. And up in through the roof there. So that's about the right thickness, just to maintain structural integrity and make sure you don't get any surprises with a collapse. You see, if that did collapse on you, there's not tons of snow on there. You could just sit up and get your way out of there. It would be a bit of a surprise for sure. But again, another view just coming up towards the top of the roof. Nice and symmetrical. You can see how smoothly that's carved out there. Beautiful, good, consistent thickness throughout. So that's excellent. That means next time I build a Quincy, I can know that what I was using to judge with both the sticks to gauge it and the light coming through, it tells me that I'm about right. You can see how sturdy these are. Those are pretty big boys jumping on that after one day, and they're pretty solid. This has been Gerry Prince for Prince Innovation. Get out and enjoy your time outdoors.